The Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. Him maketh I like down in a green pastures, him leadeth I beside still water. Them restoreth I soul, him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepare a table before right in the presence of our enemy them. Unu anointed I head with unu oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy, I go follow I all the days of I venny. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God Jah. Kadamawe Gromabea Tela Exag Beer Tanaistalina Bashante Shante 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 Shante. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High Jah shall therein abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And I give thanks. And I give thanks. How mauso bolisa adano water ewo asik clear for. This is the Black Pot, aka KUCHOKO, where we speak truth to power. And certainly, my name, Black Rasta. In every traditional African home there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. That is food. Now the food is produced by a very beautiful selfless collaboration between the black pot and ingredients. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes, sizes, colors, aromas, and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot to be subjected to some amount of heating, and then they produce food. Interestingly, they do not even participate in the eating of the food, and I'm talking about the black pot and the ingredients. We, the eaters, are those who benefit from the sumptuousness of the food. Yet every time, the black pot and the ingredients will collaborate to be sure that food is prepared for us all. This is selfishness. This selfishness is what is killing us anytime we believe that if we are not benefiting from it, then we don't care whoever benefits from it, and therefore we don't want to be part of it. Selflessness is what we are looking for. And this is what is being taught today when there is a beautiful collaboration between this black pot and the ingredients. This is the black pot, aka KUCHOKO. Remember that the black pot is so representative of the African continent, and the ingredients represent us. We must always come together, collaborate to be able to achieve. How many people will plant trees knowing very well they have only 1 year to live on earth, and this tree will take 30 years to grow? How many people would say no, they would rather plant pepper, they will plant corn so they can harvest, eat, sleep, die, and be forgotten after burial? We must think about the next generation. We are making children. If we plant those trees today and do not even benefit from the shade or even the fruits of the trees, our children and their children's children might come and enjoy the fruits of our labor. This is the black pot. And here we are looking at rewiring the mindset of the average African. Now, if the mindset of the average African is right, every other thing will fall in place. Individuals will build schools, they will build roads, they will even build hospitals without waiting for the government to do any of those. But if the mindset is wrong, the government can provide every little thing that is needed. The wrong mindset will destroy everything, sitting back and looking for newer ones to replace the old ones. This is what we are trying to prevent. Selfishness. We must be looking at a bigger picture, and that is generational thinking. Remember, this is the Black Pot, and we are live on YouTube Our channel is Black Empire Media. Our Black is spelled B-L-A-K-K. Oh yes, Black Empire Media. Remember to share this broadcast so many other people can see us live and colored. Send in your comments. We're going to read them live on the show. And remember that here we speak truth to power. We do not criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build and not to destroy. This is the Blackport, and we are supported by ISIT, I-S-I-T. And ISIT simply means in spirit, in truth, and that is ISIT. Now, if you're tired of your social media's negativity, all day, negativity, nudity, racism, violence, and even nakedness, then this is your app. It's called ISIT, modeled by Ghanaian engineers in America. Another reason you must support this app. And you can get that from Google Play and App Store for free. Just download that and use it. I am on ISIT. Now, what are the benefits of being on ISIT? You connect with family and friends in a crystal clear and positive environment. You can go live. You can make audio and video calls. And you can also post your photographs and videos, meet other positive-minded people, and everything is everything. This is ISIT in spirit, in truth. Download that from Google Play and App Store. Today we have a number of issues to look at. And we are live. Are you ready to rumble? Now the very first story we are looking at today is rolling on your screen. Watch it, no man. Sarkodie in hot waters. Money no be problem. Huh? We all know him. He's a Ghanaian rapper. Oh, yes. He came from humble beginnings and rose to a certain point. Many are those who consider him arrogant. There are others who also believe that, oh, he's a gentleman. Recently, there was a book that came out, and this book blew his top. I Am Not Yvonne Nelson. She dedicated a whole chapter to a relationship she had with Sarkodie, which resulted in a pregnancy and then in an abortion. Sarkodie responded in a song, a rap song, in which he said so many different things about Yvonne Nelson. Many people have talked about that. What do you think about it? What do we also think about it? Sarkodie in hot waters. Watch it. What is it saying? Look at the story. It says, plain refusal to grow up. And this is Oliver Barker-Vormawor tearing Sarkodie into pieces. Why would Oliver want to talk about this? Who is Oliver Barker-Vormawor? He is somebody that we know would fix the country. We know that he was even taken to jail and locked up, getting ready to incarcerate him, probably permanently, because of his political activism. This is a man who is always on every stage that has to talk about fixing our country. He's a lawyer by profession. I've had the opportunity to have an interview with him on radio, and he is a man who is very, very positive-minded. This is Oliver Barker-Vormawor. Several times he had a brush with the law, and then he was picked up. Recently he went to court holding the Ghana flag, and he was ordered by an arrogant judge in court to take off the Ghana flag. As to why, we still do not understand. Sometimes they abuse their so-called power in the court. And if you don't do it, they will slap you with something called contempt of court. He walked away, pushing away the Ghana flag. What is this? Come here. Bring on the story. What is the story saying? It says, the convener of Fix the Country movement. Yes. Mawusi Oliver Barker-Vormawor has vehemently criticized Sarkodie following the rapper's release of Try Me, a song in response to Yvonne Nelson's claim that the musician could not wait for her to get rid of their pregnancy in 2010 as he drove her to have an abortion. Yvonne Nelson, in her book, I Am Not Yvonne Nelson, said Sarkodie did not welcome news of her pregnancy at the time, and considering that she had grown up without a father, she was not ready to let her child have such an experience. Hence, the decision to terminate the pregnancy. Sarkodie, in response, released a song punctuated with vulgarity. In fact, vulgar words, as he told his side of the story, stressing that the actress rather wanted to abort the baby despite his call on her to keep the pregnancy. Taking to social media to react to the lyrics, Blakk expressed discontentment, describing Sarkodie's Try Me as distasteful. I've heard mature rap songs, but Sarkodie's Try Me, as a response to Yvonne Nelson's book, is the tackiest thing I have heard. Plain refusal to grow up. We all make mistakes. Own yours. Blakk berated the rapper in a tweet cited by Ghana. Yvonne Nelson released her book on Father's Day and has since generated controversy. Some anticipated a response from Sarkodie, whilst others thought the rapper would not reply, but would be focused on his tour. However, Sarkodie on June 28, 2023, that's today, released a song responding to Yvonne Nelson. Amongst others, Sarkodie indicated that Yvonne Nelson had multiple partners. Hence, if she decided to tell the story of how their encounter in 2010 unfolded, she should have told the honest truth. You can't just play victim and paint a picture that she was just looking for love. From all her previous amorous relationships, part of the lyrics read, well, you can make a meaning out of it. I am not gonna sit here and lie. We had a teen. First, I thought you were cool till I had a hint. He sang in English before stating in Twi that he thought he had gotten a good girl, only to realize there were others in the queue after him. The chorus to the song is translated as, if you don't love me, leave me. Why are you pestering me? What is meant for me, you have gone to give to Kwame. I have become teary. If you don't love me, leave me. Yes, someone else is longing to be with me. When you were leaving me, you failed to notify me. Baby girl, don't try me. On Yvonne's claim that Sarkodie could not wait for her to get rid of the pregnancy, the rapper said he did not ask Yvonne Nelson to abort the baby. It was her sole decision. According to him, he asked her to keep the baby, but she chose her education above the baby. Also, he asked his doctor to examine her, but Yvonne Nelson refused the offer and opted for an abortion doctor prescribed by her friend. He added that Yvonne recently tried to get them to talk about the episode, but he turned down her terms. And this is what Oliver Varmawo has put up, as we read earlier on Twitter. Dash it away and come here. Put Sarkodie there. Put him there. Listen. Obidi, listen. I thought you would have been smarter to tackle this better. Like Oliver Varmawo said, everybody makes mistakes. Own yours. We all make mistakes. Every human being on earth makes mistakes. At the time you took that decision, probably it was a mistake. But if you start going around it and trying to play victim yourself, it's most unfortunate. Now, when you listen to that tacky rap, he talked about Yvonne Nelson being a street girl. You are for the street. There are so many people who are running after you. You have so many amorous relationships. And I was just in the queue. For me, this is playing victim. In 2010, Sarkodie looked like a futureless rapper. How many people knew Sarkodie? He was a budding rapper who Yvonne Nelson could see from afar was going to be big. She was holding on to music as a therapy for her fatherlessness. And she met Sarkodie. She wrote it in a book. They started becoming an item, and then she got pregnant. According to her, Sarkodie, you pushed her to go and have an abortion because you were living with your mother and you were too young to have a baby. If I were you, I would say that, listen, yes, we were in a relationship. Yes, it was a nice relationship. Unfortunately, things could not go the way we wanted them. At the right time, I would also write a book and tell my side of the story. In the interim, whatever pain I have caused Yvonne, I apologize, and I am ready to stand by you if I didn't stand by you before. Rather than coming up with a tacky rap, useless rap. Oh, you are for the streets. You have so many other lovers. These are babies who talk like that. This is the guy Ghanaians call a gentleman. I started to see that he was a fake guy when he said in public that he does not even answer his mother's calls because he's too busy for that. Your own mother. Remember I took him on? Many were those who didn't feel the tone with which I attacked it. Some of us are not pretentious. When we speak from the bottom of our hearts. We have no time for ambiguities. We have no time, my brother, for any ambiguities. We go straight and we speak it. The truth is just one-sided. No euphemisms. No ambiguities. Your own mother, who you were living with at the time that you were sleeping with Yvonne Nelson, who fed you at the time that you were struggling. Now you have struggled. You've been able to get some kind of recognition. Hey, phone calls you can't answer. When he said this, I'm glad I put it on record. This was sad. Then again, there was another moment where there was a young girl who was sick and Sarkodie came to put it out on Twitter. I think she needed about 10,000 Ghana for an operation, a surgery, you know. And she was at ICU, better still in ICU. Intensive care unit. And Sarkodie put it up. Oh, please donate. This little girl needs 10,000 Ghana so that she can go through a certain surgery. She's in the ICU, blah, blah, blah. 10,000 Ghana cedis. The first 100 comments that came in said, oh, Sark, how much is 10,000 Ghana cedis that you cannot pay outright? Because you claim that money no be problem, huh? That you have all the money, right? In a lot of your rap, that is what you say. You claim to be rich. You are boasting that you have money. How come 10,000 Ghana cedis, even those of us who are not rich? In fact, when we vomit, we can vomit 10,000 Ghana cedis for somebody who is in ICU. But he came to put it out on Twitter, asking people to donate so that he could take the money to the girl. I was shocked. I was like, this guy should be fake. And when we speak, you see, by now Ghanaians should know. When we speak, we don't look at any face. When we throw our fire, we throw the fire like that. Same way if Sarkodie goes for gold, we shall raise him up and say, oh, yeah, he's gone for gold. You claim Yvonne Nelson is meant for the street. You slept with a girl who was meant for the street. If the baby had not been aborted, by now, you would have had a street baby, right? You would have been the father of a street baby. Be careful when you talk about women. Be very careful when you address people that you sleep with. You found her attractive enough to sleep with, to share your privacy with. All of a sudden, she's a street girl. These are the people who divorce their wives and go out and say, hey, my wife was dirty. My wife was like this. My wife was... It's childishness. And Vomawo said the right thing. If this was a serious country, a country that has common sense, you know what will happen to Sarkodie? Do you know? Put it up. Watch this. You see it? Sarkodie must be stripped of all endorsement deals. He isn't fit to be anyone's role model. Come here. How many times have I said this? How many times have I said this? But rather, I am the one. Some idiots will sit around and say, oh, Blakk Rasta is not fit to be the ambassador of ABCD because he comes to speak his mind. Yet those who are busily going around having abortions and looking down on women and calling women any name at all, they are those who are your darling boys. What a pretentious nation. That is why this country never moves forward. That is why Satan has permanently decided to reside in this country. You are not real. Anybody who comes out and is real, you don't like them. You like fake guys like Sarkodie. People who come out, money no be problem, huh? You 10,000 for ICU girl. You come and put it out on Twitter, begging your fans to donate. How long is it going to take them to donate that money for you to gather 10,000 and go and give? You are full of fakeness, Ghana. Ghana, you don't like the truth. You don't like people who come up straight to you and tell you what it is. Look at what happened to, what's his name, the American rap, Kanye West. When he made utterances, they stripped him of a lot of ambassadorial deals. Should I mention more artists? I can mention artists over and over. Look at what happened to Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods, he didn't have an abortion. He slept with a woman outside his marriage. Ambassadorial deals were taken out of him. He almost became a pauper. The woman divided his estate into two and took half away, and he took half. You have had an abortion. Instead of approaching it solemnly and with humility, you are coming with a braggadocious rap, tacky rap. Who advises him? Who is his advisor? To God be the glory. This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. KUCHOKO, where we speak truth to power. And Saliman, you have a photo of Saliman? Saliman is saying the same things that I said about Sarkodie in the past. And some other artists. Strip them of these things. Next time they will be more careful. That is what it is. This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. KUCHOKO, and we are live on YouTube. Remember, our channel is Black Empire Media. Send in your comments. We're going to read them soon. Come here. Next story. And it's coming up like a lion. Watch it. Asamoah Gyan gets some respect finally. It's Jan, not Jans. Take off that S. Asamoah Gyan gets some respect finally. Who is Asamoah Gyan? Do we all know Asamoah Gyan? Look at him. A.K.A. the baby jet. Some time ago, the darling boy of Ghanaian football. He made one mistake. Would I even call it a mistake? It's a game of football. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Penalty kick, bam, at the World Cup. He hit the bar. And from that time, Ghanaians started talking ill about him. You know, a few days ago, Asamoah Gyan decided that it was over with football. He had retired now, and he will go and sit home. When he sat back, many were those who said, oh, you did well. Others too said, oh, welcome, go, long overdue. You were messing up the Black Stars even. And people, when he announced on Twitter that he had retired, they went back and picked up videos of the penalty that he missed at the World Cup, as if to say, okay, this is all you have achieved. Asamoah Gyan became the topmost scorer for the Black Stars. Recently, somebody equaled that feat. I think that was the day you seen. But Asamoah Gyan is yet to understand the Ghanaian virus. It's unfortunate that I have to say this. In Ghana, we do not respect our heroes. We wait until they die because we are a funeral nation. No wonder the Minister of Tourism and Culture wanted to, in fact, commercialize funerals in Ghana. They put it on the tourism calendar that people from abroad can come in and see us mourning because our funerals are so colorful, so they can pay money to see us grieve. Such a nation. Funerals are more popular than parties. Funerals are more popular than school graduations in Ghana. Funerals are more popular than outdoorings. How many people go for outdoorings? But everybody goes for funerals. And the funeral is almost like a party that sends us to heaven. This is Ghana. We can keep corpses in the morgue for several days. Several months, sometimes running into years. We can do that. You know why? Because we are waiting to announce the death of this person so many more people will come for the party. Yet when our children are graduating, how many family members even come there? When positive things happen to us, no way. Asamoah Gyan should understand the nation like that. You can hit the goal, the net, 100 times, miss it once. They will remember only the one time that you missed it. Or the 100 times that you won, it didn't work out. It's sad, my brother. Asamoah Gyan said something, and I want to share that with you. Watch it. Seen it? My Joy Online. My heart is finally at peace. I have felt disrespected for so long. And this is Asamoah Gyan. When was this published? Check the date. This is Asamoah Gyan talking only 2 days ago. Come here, let's read the story. Come here. Watch me. Former Black Stars captain Asamoah Gyan says he had felt so disrespected. He never believed the country will celebrate him until he was eulogized. Listen. Eulogized on the floor of Parliament last week. MPs took turns to honor Ghana's top scorer and the first player to score in 9 consecutive international tournaments after he announced his retirement. Speaking during a courtesy call on the Majority Chief Whip Frank Anodompre, the former Sunderland marksman said his heart is finally at peace. Before, I'd say I had not been celebrated enough because there were lots of disrespect, and I feel like I'm one of those guys who put Ghana on the map. The masses can confirm that. But seeing what went on in Parliament, I am now beginning to understand. I am beginning to feel appreciated by Ghanaians. I don't really care about what people say about Parliament has confirmed, and I am sure the masses also know in their heart that I should be celebrated. I always say the numbers don't lie. Dash. So this is Asamoah Gyan talking. And it's clean, it's clear. He felt disrespected, and it's true. On his birthday, when people are celebrating him, some people would go back and bring that World Cup penalty that he missed. And you will see that a majority of the people will be posting that and reminding him of what he did. But they will never remember all the wonderful goals he scored and pushed Ghana forward. Can we rise as a nation? I'm asking. Can we rise as a nation and look at the positive sides rather than forgetting all the positives and concentrating on one negative? That is why Ghanaians leave this country. Go to countries and feel more appreciated outside their country. How many Ghanaians left the shores of this country, went to America or England and made it so big? And those jurisdictions appreciated them and really put them on the map. In this country, we seem not to appreciate our heroes. So people are leaving. They are going to places where they will be appreciated. We have a saying in Twi, which is so popular that everybody knows. You don't stay at one place and be disgraced. Once I stay here and all I know is that I'm getting disgraced, I move out. You don't live in one town or one country where you are always disgraced. Why don't you move out and be appreciated? We are preaching patriotism, yet at the same time, it looks like our own nation is embroiled in so much nepotism and other ills. We need to open our eyes and look at this. Come here. This is the Black Port, and I would like to say to Asamoah Gyan, bring Asamoah Gyan here. Asamoah Gyan, You were one of the top strikers that the Black Stars ever had. Oh yes. In fact, you missed some nice chances, but you were not alone. There were other great footballers who missed such great opportunities. Not everybody will give you 100%, but that is democracy. I would like you to feel very, very much appreciated. In fact, walk in town and see how people hail you. The voice of the people is the voice of God. Remember, social media is just a small space. Big as it is, it doesn't represent everybody. A lot of people have mental illness and they are on social media. There are some people who are so frustrated. So out of frustration, they will vent their spleen on you. Do not use one comment to represent the masses. The greatest people are not on social media. You might see their names there, but it is just a certain representation. Think about it. We want to appreciate you. We want to say we love you. At the right time, I am sure you would even feel more appreciated. Parliament is nothing. Yes, it represents the masses, but you will see a better representation, non-partisan. And I believe that at that point, you would have seen that Ghana and the whole of Africa appreciates you more. Dash has been the Blakk Pot, aka KUCHOKO. And when we return, we have more. I have a quote that I want to share with you. And it's about respect. Asamoah Gyan says, he's been so disrespected. He's felt so disrespected. I have a quote. Hey! Wayo!
Blakk Pot, KUCHOKO.
This is the Blakk Pot, aka KUCHOKO, where we speak truth to power. Keep your comments coming and remember to share this broadcast. It's the Blakk Pot, aka KUCHOKO, where we speak truth to power. This is one of the most serious voices of Africa. It's the Blakk Pot. The voice of the people is the voice of God. Here we speak truth to power. We normally would not criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build and not to destroy. That's why we say we are in the service of God and country. Forget about how ugly this face is. Forget about how this nose doesn't look pretty. Forget about how this mouth looks like something that you only see in the bedroom. Think about what is coming out of the mouth. Forget about the messenger, or else you will lose the message. It's all in the service of God and country. And today we have much more. Come here. Run the next story. What does the story say? Watch it. Just watch. QUAYSON boosts MAHAMA'S hopes for election 2024. Who is QUAYSON? That's the man. Unpatriotic guy who just won the elections. You know, I think that this man should suffer beyond just stripping him of his MPship. You know why? He lived in Canada for about 47 years, according to Alote Jacobs. He was able to get a Canadian citizenship whilst he held a Ghanaian citizenship. It's not a crime. He came to Ghana trying to represent the people of Ghana in the government of Ghana. And by our laws, you have to put aside every other citizenship and hold only one, and that is the Ghanaian citizenship. According to Alote Jacobs, find me a photograph of Alote Jacobs. According to Alote Jacobs, this man here tried 2 solid times to represent the people through the NDC, the party in opposition right now. And he, Alote Jacobs, as an officer of the party at the time, refused because the man had told him point blank when he asked him about his dual citizenship. And he agreed that he was a Canadian citizen as well. And Alote Jacobs told him point blank, then you cannot run for political office in this country. If you want to do, you have to put aside one, and that's the Canadian citizenship. He was not ready to do that. According to Alote Jacobs, he tried to maneuver his way, meander his way through. That's Alote Jacobs. He used to belong to the NDC. I think he still says he's a member of the NDC, the opposition party, you know. And he told him, you cannot run for political office. Another time, the man came with the same old idea of criminology. He wanted to run for political office. Oh, but you are still a Canadian citizen. He said, yes. But I can. He said, no. And he pushed him away. According to Alote Jacobs, when he left the party or he left office, the person who took over from him decided to push him through even though he still held his Canadian citizenship. So Gyakye QUAYSON was given the papers as the beginning of standing for political office. And he was asked, do you hold only the Ghanaian citizenship? And he ticked yes. That's perjury. He lied. At the time, he still held 2 citizenships. He had initiated a renunciation of the Canadian citizenship. Initiated. But he had not been confirmed yet. It's like you go to the embassy to apply for a visa. You have not received a visa yet. And quickly you are telling everybody that you are flying out of the country on that visa. You could be refused. Anything could happen. You could change your mind and go back and say, oh, something happened. I do not want to renounce it anymore. It's possible. He lied. And the oath. President Mahama, former President Mahama said, oh, going to pick up papers is not the election. In fact, at the point of voting, that is what we see as the election. And at that time, he had already renounced his Canadian citizenship. And therefore, he was okay. No, sir. The end does not justify the means. The beginning, he was asked, and he answered on oath. Are you a single citizenship holder? Ghana citizen? He said yes. He lied. So the courts were right to pull him out. But is that the only punishment prescribed by the law? That when a thief is caught, we just take away what he has stolen from us and then we let him go? No, sir. I think Gyakye QUAYSON should be punished more. In this time, what Ghana needs most is patriotism. What Ghana requires most at this point is patriotism. It's not gold, it's not diamond, it's not bauxite. All those ones are useless if we are not patriotic. We will bring Chinese to come and take that to China. We will bring Indians to come and take everything to India if we are not patriotic. See how many Ghanaian firms are there. Yet it is just on paper that a Ghanaian is the owner. It's Indians and Chinese who are running these companies. It's because patriotism is not working. That is why all these things are happening to us. Go to the American embassy and see how many Ghanaians are ready to leave this country. Go to the Chinese embassy and see how many Ghanaians are going away. Patriotism is not working. Yet we are supposed to be the gateway to Africa. The gateway to Africa has now become the gateway from Africa, like in the days of slavery. Our shores presented the slave master with the best opportunity to carry our people out into slavery. The shores. Millions of people were carried out using our shores here, more than any other shores around West Africa and beyond. Read a little bit of history and you will know what I'm talking about. If we are the gate of no return, and today we have decided to turn it around and say, this is the gateway to Africa, we should have people come into the country. That's what it means. But rather, we have opened the floodgates for our own citizens to leave this country by our corrupt nature, mismanagement, foolishness, and so many such things. What we need is patriotism. What we need in this nation is nothing but patriotism. It's better to be patriotic and have nothing in the country than to have everything in the country and not have patriotism. True? You can have it all and have nothing. GYAKYE QUAYSON didn't demonstrate to me and to the rest of Ghana that he was ready to let go his 47-year-old Canadian citizenship status. He didn't. For me, he was just gambling with Ghanaian politics. According to Alote Jacobs, he even asked him, you Alote, you said I should renounce my Canadian citizenship. How about if I renounce it and I don't win the elections? Look at that mentality. Look at that mentality. Look at that mentality. Well, he has won. And the former president is so happy. You know what the former president said? Hallelujah. The former president said, and watch the headline. Watch it. Mahama thanks Asin not for rejecting non-performing NPP. I agree with Mahama. Former President John Dramani Mahama has expressed gratitude to the people of Asin North in the central region for the victory given James GYAKYE QUAYSON in Tuesday's by-election dash. Terrible as GYAKYE QUAYSON is, a potential criminal, because now he's standing trial for criminality, whether you like it or not. Perjury is criminal. It can go any way. The first court said, Supreme Court said, hey, he's guilty, strip him off his position. Now the High Court is coming in to decide what punishment should be given to this guy. But still, the people of Asin North are ready to put their destiny in a balance. Kai, I don't know how many people are watching and listening. The people are ready to bring a cripple to run the 100-meter race. And they have kicked out the man with 2 legs and 2 arms. It means Nana Addo is the demon. Bring his photo. Nana Addo has messed up the country to the point that nobody even believes in any member from his party anymore. That is why they will go for cripples and refuse people with 2 legs and 2 arms. I'm speaking tongue in cheek. Under normal circumstances, GYAKYE QUAYSON should have never won any election there. I want to believe that he did a good job there. Because of that, people are loving him. But do not take away the fact that these controversies have come to put him up there as well. And because the nation is so polarized on political lines, you have to open your ears to almost everything. Look at the bribery that went on, the vote buying. Both parties were doing vote buying. And you claim you have a country. How can you claim you have a country where you go out and buy? Are we human beings? I heard somebody say, a boy, a 25-year-old boy say, omu diskanu ba, send me the meji. Yeah, I see can omu wiya and omu ba meji. Hey! It's our money they have stolen. So if they bring the money, we will take it, but we will decide who to vote for. Listen. When a thief keeps stealing and coming to give you your share, you are endorsing the stealing. I don't know who is listening. When a thief steals and comes to give you a part of it, and you take, you are endorsing his stealing. I don't know how to say it in Twi. I don't know how to say it in Twi. It's an endorsement of theft if you receive something from the thief. Reject it. And when you reject it, they will feel it. Rather than say, it's about our money they have stolen. I don't know who put that in their heads. It's politicians who keep telling them that. Oh, it's your money they have stolen. So when they bring, take, but vote for the right person. Judge QUAYSON, bring his photo here. Mr. QUAYSON, I will not call you Honorable QUAYSON because I don't think that your work is honorable. I think that you have not done well in the eyes of the nation, especially that Alotejo Corps told us your history of refusing to let your Canadian citizenship go. I don't know why these people are even struggling to be part of this nation. You are a citizen of Canada. Go and be there. We shall remain here and plant the corn. Don't give us any scorn. This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. KUCHOKO. When we return, we will be reading your comments. Hey! Wayo!
Blakk Pot, KUCHOKO.
This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. KUCHOKO, where we speak truth to power. My name is Blakk Rasta, and remember we are supported by ISIT, and ISIT is ISIT, in spirit, in truth. Yes, download that from Google Play and App Store for free. And of course, this is the app everybody's talking about. Very positive. There are powerful algorithms that sap out any negativity that might pop up. This is where you meet positive-minded people, and this is where your business can grow, and it's free. You can go live, make video and audio calls and all that, and everything is everything. This is the Blakk Pot, where we speak truth to power. Come here, my brother. Next story. And the next story, we're going to spend just 5 minutes on that. But let's look at some comments that are coming up. Okay, we have some live comments coming here. All right, come here, follow me. Come. We're going to read the comments. And who is this wise kid? Junior says, the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. KUCHOKO. Okay. Please, how about the African history class? Yeah, the African history class is also on. It's live. So the African history class channel is also there, and we keep on uploading history there every now and then. Or you're talking about us doing it live as well in the African history class? Yes, we can always do that, you know. And then Moses Amwakun says, Blakk, when is the collaboration between you and Shatta dropping? Ah, well, okay. We are working on that. Certainly it's going to happen, you know. It's certainly going to happen. We are looking at that. And then Wizkid says, this is Wise Case. Kid, he says, this is the finest African history class. All right, thank you so much. Many more comments coming in. Always on point. Thank you so much. And this is AJ Giant. Thank you so much. And keep sharing the broadcast. Asante Richard says, please, the woman also needs to be questioned well, because she doesn't sound consistent. Because this same Yvonne said some years back that she was a virgin till 2017. Ah, woo, virgin? I never heard that. Well, I mean, she's written a story. And if she was a virgin till 2017, maybe she was just cracking a joke. It's possible. I know somebody who has 4 children and she says she's still a virgin. It's interesting. And she gave birth naturally. You understand? Okay, so nyame do easier. Says, I said, the man is born to talk for you and to be free. If you think you cannot take it, just unfollow. I think it's responding to, somebody who is saying some things about the black pot or saying some other things. But whatever it is, we have such people coming in. Some of them are sponsored by political parties, so they come in and say whatever they want to say. We are ready for all those people. The country must be better. If you can't see genuineness, if you can't see reality, then I'm sad. That's what it is. And Ali Agali says, if it were to be any serious country, SAC should be unfollowed on all media platforms. If you can't treat this issue with Yvonne in a nice way, I imagine that if your wife had an issue, blah, blah, well, we understand what he's trying to say. And it's the same sentiments we have shared. You know, that's what it is. Send your comments in. We're going to take a last batch of comments before we leave. In the interim, come here. Next story. Next story. And this one says, Nigeria finds antidote for fuel smugglers. Remember we told you that Nigeria has taken off subsidies from fuel. In Nigeria, fuel used to be very, very cheap. And many more people were buying cars. It's economics. Cars run on fuel. So if fuel is cheap, all other things remaining equal, more people would import cars. Pollution would happen. Even the drilling of fuel brings pollution. So Nigeria looked at it and said, okay, we are going to take out all the subsidies. And today, look what is happening to Nigeria. I told you it was a good thing, right? Did I not tell you that? We told you that. Reuters says, as Nigeria scraps fuel subsidy, a vibrant black market collapses. Did you see that? As Nigeria scraps fuel subsidy, a vibrant black market collapses. Now the president of Nigeria, upon assumption of the throne, he decided that fuel subsidies must go. There were smugglers all over the place. Because the fuel was cheap, they would carry the fuel, smuggle it outside the country to other countries where fuel is expensive. They will sell it to them at a certain rate and make money. So the Nigerian people were not fully benefiting from the subsidies. Other people were rather enjoying the subsidies. Like in Ghana, fuel prices were quite low. People came in from Burkina Faso to come and buy fuel. Some came in from Togo and all that. See? So it defeats the purpose of the subsidies. Let's read the story. Come here. And we're going to spend just about 2 minutes on this. It says, Garua, and this is Cameroon. And this is June 26. And it's coming from Reuters. Things have been topsy-turvy lately on the roadsides of West African nations where cheap contraband petrol from Nigeria has abruptly doubled in price, upending an informal sector that is central to the region's economic activity. Since Nigeria scrapped a state fuel subsidy on May 31, black market fuel vendors and commercial drivers in Cameroon, Benin and Togo, who were heavily reliant on petrol smuggled from Nigeria, have seen their business collapse. With supplies dwindling, queues have been forming at official petrol stations where fuel is now competitively priced. In Garua, a town in northwest Cameroon, about 70 kilometers east of the Nigerian border, a liter of petrol on the black market used to sell for 300 CFA, and that is $0.48. Now the minimum is 600 CFA francs. Vendors said, dash. So that's what it is. The people were truly not benefiting from the subsidies. Smuggling was draining the blood of Nigeria. And now, the Nigerian government says subsidies taken out. What this is going to do, and it has started already, the black markets, so I don't like calling them black markets, those illegal markets are going to dwindle. That's one. Number two, the rate at which cars were imported into the country would go down. Thirdly, pollution in Nigeria will go down. And fourthly, the people of Nigeria will now benefit full amount from their fuel in terms of the cash that comes in. You read that story. Now people are rushing to fuel stations to officially buy official fuel, not illegal fuel, legal fuel. Congratulations to Nigeria. Thank you so much. And we need some of these measures to be able to make the people enjoy their resources. Now, what the Nigerian government should be doing, now that this money is coming in, consider it like tax. Now you are raking in some tax. The subsidies are taken off. So the people are paying full amount. Use that money to build the nation and to better the people of Nigeria, rather than making it get into the pocket of corrupt politicians. Dash. Final story. We have the last story, right? We're about to go. KUCHOKO Roots Festival brings two feuding giants together. Who are the two feuding giants? Shatta Wale has always been a man who speaks his mind. The second one is Blakk Rasta. He speaks his mind too. So when two people who both speak their minds are feuding, you can be assured that the war of words will be solid. It's going to be like anti-ballistic missiles flying. KUCHOKO Roots Festival had Shatta Wale coming to show love. Hey, and I'm going to show you pictures of that. Watch this. And when you see this, and this one was just, taken from a phone camera. You see Blakk Rasta on stage there, jumping up and down, and the people crowding the stage at Alliance Francaise. Look at the beautiful lights and all that, everything. Oh, look, watch it. Everybody feeling irate, and you will see that the people are hopping left, right, and center, not knowing what to do with themselves. At that point, Shatta Wale was backstage, waiting to come on stage to surprise the people. It had been announced that Shatta Wale was going to come on stage. Many were those who did not believe it, because it's been over 10 years of feuding, war of words on social media and all that. But of course, the two of us knew very sure that we loved each other, and we were looking for a chance for us to be able to contribute positively to our nation. That was what it was. So this is Shatta Wale. Finally comes up on stage. You see Blakk Rasta at the back. Look at, Shatta Wale there, pointing at Blakk Rasta. Only God knows what he was saying. And you will finally see, you see that. You don't know what he said. And I'm going to keep it to my chest. He said something nice. Many people want to hear that. And the whole place was on fire. People jumped, everybody smiling. And we want to say thank you so much to Shatta Wale. It's been in the news all over the place. Oh, Shatta, and this is Jupiter. Oh, that guy can do live band seriously. Rocky Dawuni was also on stage. And this is Rocky Dawuni, Ghana's first Grammy kid. 3 times he's been to the Grammy. He was also at KUCHOKO Roots Festival. Look at the smoke at the back. Look at the interesting things happening. And people had free cocoa to drink, all kinds of cocoa. And people had free vegan kebab to eat. Oh my God, 20 solid artists on stage. 4 from the Caribbean. Oh my God. KUCHOKO Roots Festival will return next year. And I want to say thank you so much to Shatta Wale, and all those people who supported us. It's been the Black Pot, a.k.a. Coco Show no more. Do we have any more messages coming in? All right. Pump the messages quick as we close. Yeah. Keep your messages coming. Yeah. And it's been the Black Pot, where we speak truth to power. Remember, we don't criticize. But if we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we are in the service of God and country. And Ali Agali says, Blakk Rasta, my mentor, watching you live from Spain. Oh. Greetings to all the wonderful people there in Spain. We love you. Remember to share the broadcast. Tell everybody that this is live every time, and we are reading your messages now. 5 p.m. Ghana time every day, Monday to Friday. Ali Agali says, for many years listening to you, I now realize that you're preaching about patriotism is the key for the development of every nation. Till I traveled outside Ghana. You are. Till he traveled outside Ghana, he never knew that this preaching that we've been doing is all about patriotism. Yes. And we have Edu Hayford. He says, good. He likes it. And then Edu Hayford said, good luck and good work done for Mother Ghana. We salute you. We love you. We appreciate you. Yes. So these are your live messages coming in. In our next broadcast, we're going to make your messages just roll up, and everybody can read your messages as that thing goes on, and we pick and choose time after time to read them. In the interim, come here. On behalf of my technicians on duty and my own behalf, I would like to say thank you so much. I do appreciate you. This is the first time we are coming live. I have never come live. First time. And thank you so much for making it interesting. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and it's called Blakk Empire Media. The Blakk is spelled B-L-A-K-K, and that's it over there, Blakk Empire Media. And click on the notification button so that whenever we come up, you'll be alerted so you can watch us live. Yes, we'll keep it real as always. We also have that channel called the African History Class, and African is spelled A-F-R-E-E-K-A-N. The class is K-L-A-S-S. That is where we pour all the histories. We upload it time after time, and you get to see more history. Yes, subscribe to that channel as well. It's been the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. KUCHOKO, where we speak truth to power. We'll see you again tomorrow. Hey! Wayo!